Hello and welcome to B-Money's Horror Review. Today we're going to be looking at the 2008 direct-to-DVD horror comedy Otis. And it's about a man who just wants to be loved. I think we can all relate to that. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time I kidnapped a girl and called her by the wrong name and held her captive for days and set up a fake prom, you know, if that was a crime, you know, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I could buy a better webcam. And probably the whole Evil Dead trilogy, which I still need to get. Anyway, we have Otis, and it was directed by Tony Krantz. And this was his directorial debut, so I don't really have any other works by him. I don't think he's done anything since. It was written by Eric Jenderson, who actually was a writer for Band of Brothers. So that's kind of shocking that he did this after doing Band of Brothers. You'll have to forgive me, I'm sick. My sinuses are running like a faucet. Alright, and the movie actually has quite a few stars, so it's going to take me a minute to name them all off. Playing Riley/Kim is Ashley Johnson, who a lot of people will probably recognize from different TV sitcoms. I recognized her as the girl from Growing Pains, personally. That's what I grew up with, so I was like, hey, is that a Seaver? Yep, that's a Seaver. That's a Seaver, alright. Next we have her dad, played by Daniel Stern, which he looked familiar, but I couldn't really put my finger on who he was until the very end, and I was like, holy shit, that's the guy who was trying to break into Macaulay Culkin's house in Home Alone with Danny DeVito. It's that guy. Yeah, he was also in City Slickers. Next we have her mother, played by Eileen Douglas, who was in Cape Fear, and that was one of her earlier roles. You might not recognize her, but you'll probably recognize her from Happy Texas if you've seen that movie. I have, and just about everyone in my family loves that movie. And finally we have Bostin Christopher making his debut role as Otis. Now, as I mentioned in the introduction, the basic plot is there's this man named Otis who's in his early 40s and he's delivering pizzas and he's not quite right upstairs. And he kidnaps women and he sets up this faux prom thing because I guess he didn't have a good high school life. And he always calls him Kim, which we later find out it's his brother's wife's name. And his brother, oh, that's another star. His brother's played by Kevin Pollack, and everybody's seen Kevin Pollack in a movie. I mean, I don't know how someone is in that many movies and not famous. I can't even begin to list all the movies Kevin Pollack's in, so just wiki them and you'll get a big old list. Big old list. Sorry, I'm sick. I'm not quite right in the head today. Anyway, Kevin Pollack plays his abusive brother, and he pretty much is always coming in and smacking Otis around and telling him what a fucking loser he is. And that probably leads to a lot of Otis' self-esteem issues and why he has to kidnap a girl and set up this high school fantasy. Now, that's one plot of the story. But the other focus of the story is Riley, her family, it's their struggle to get her back home. And they hire this, the guy from, well, they don't hire him. The guys from the FBI show up to help recover her. And the guy they got to play, the fucking FBI guy, was such a dick. He did a great job of playing that role. I mean, I pride myself on being a dick. But you, sir, you are a true dick. Anyway, once they realize that it's going to be futile to get their daughter back through this, you know, knucklehead, they decide to take vengeance in their own hand, and they start plotting ways to get their revenge on Otis, because the big thing's brought up. Oh my god, he's raped my baby girl. We're going to cut his fingers and toes off and blend him into a shake and make him drink it. And this movie is just, it's wacky, and I love it. I picked this up from Video Culture, so I don't have a copy of the case to show you. I did check out the bonus features, and they're pretty adequate. You know, they had a behind the scenes and some commentary, and that's Otis. I love it. I'm going to give Otis an 8.5 out of 10, and I will give the DVD a 7.5 out of 10. This has been B-Money's Horror Review. Signing off. Also, look forward to my review of the Human Centipede. I know a lot of people have been asking for it, and I bought it. Wait for my review. Salute.